Hello, good evening. Good evening, all. Can you hear me? Anyone? Good evening. Yeah, okay. So you can hear me, right? Just give a message in the chat so that I can start the class. Very good. Nice. So I hope all of you remember what we have learned in the last class yesterday, right? So we have learned about basics of computer. Good evening, all. That's very nice to see you all back. Wonderful. So we have learned yesterday the first unit in which all the basics of computers, how it is, what are the components of computers, everything we have learned, and how the operating systems work. And we have started learning about the operating systems that makes the computer, connects the hardware and the software. So hardware is separate components are there, like the keyboard or the mouse or printers, etc., etc. Several hardwares are there. So, and inside the components also are hardwares and the softwares. How these are binded together and made the computer function through processes. That is called the operating system. So we are learning about the operating systems today. So let me start the operating systems part of it. So we are learning about the operating systems. Operating system, it is nothing but it connects the hardware and the software and makes whatever are your input signals that are given to the computer, it gives the desired output, right? So it is the software that acts as an interface between the user and the hardware. Whatever you want to, it will make the hardware understand it and process it and then give you back whatever is required. So what are the different features of operating system? Instead of showing like this, I'll show you what are the different features, like booting the computer, command interpretation, and input-output signals. So 1 second, I'll show you what are the different functions of operating system. Can you see the different functions of operating system? It is first of all booting. Booting means once I start from shutdown, if I start if I start my computer, then it has to boot. Boot means all the drivers that are running behind has to start. So it will boot the system to start functioning. So that is called booting. Then it also process management. It does process management, memory management, file management, device management, security, job accounting, secondary storage management, process management, networking, coordination between other software and users. So these are all the functions of the operating system. It takes up each and everything. It protects your system. It protects your file management. Keep the files in the proper way. If you don't save your files, it tells that please save your files so that you don't lose your data. If you are closing without saving, it will give you the reminders. So everything, each and every part, it will work as if it is really a good assistant to you all. So job accounting, secondary networking, between different channels, it will give you the networking, process management, then device management, everything it does. So that those are the functions of operating systems. So in the file management, it manages the files, all files by creating or naming or deleting, renaming, copying, anything what you want to do with the file, updating, all those things will be done in the file management. Then storage management, allocating and deallocating. You can put it or you want to remove, you want to ascend it, you want to do whatever you want to do for the storage of the this thing, you can do it. Then process management, from one program to another program, how to execute the program, what kind of things has to be there. Suppose I'm making a presentation, that presentation, a slide after slide, what kind of designs has to be there in the slides, how the slides has to move on. Every detail, it will check it at the back. Then CPU scheduling schedules the plans when to execute or what program to execute, etc. It will give you. Then security management, obviously, I just told you, it will check malware and other things, whatever documents you are storing into the system, it will tell that you need to scan before you store it. Or if you insert any device into the computer, it will tell that you please check for the software virus scan it for virus, and then if there is any virus detected, you have to eliminate it. I hope all of you are able to hear me clearly. Can you all hear me? Yeah. I don't know who is 8-year Redmi. Can you tell me what is that you want to ask me? Mamsi? Chat, give in the chat box what you want to have. I'll give you the answers in the last. Okay. Before I start, I just want to tell you one small thing. I'll stop here. Yesterday, you asked me some few questions about the practical part of it. Practicals will be conducted, it seems, at the university campus only, and there only the assignments, everything will be given to you, and there only you have to write the report and submit it. Okay, when and where the dates will be coming in near future. Okay. So CPU, security management and managing network and browsing internet, it does all this multimedia. Suppose I want to run a backend, some audio, and then I want to do my other work process parallelly. So all those things can be done happily using the proper operating systems. These are the different operating systems we have. Suppose applications, monitor, printer, all that this operating system will be connecting. And over a period, the operating systems have changed in their versions. And in the beginning, it was 1992, it was 3.1, then 1995, the Google operating system was like this, then Vista. Then 2007, it is like this, and 2008, like that, it is improving itself in all its functionalities. Then we have, what does an operating system do? I just explained you. Booting the computer, command interpretation, input-output management, file management, storage management, process management, then CPU scheduling, security management, all these things the operating system will be doing. Then what are the types of operating system? For example, if I want to have, you might have seen in the offices and all, there is a biometric that runs at the back end. So this biometric, once you are logging in, when are you logging in, what time you are logging in, what is happening, all that is the data that is collected. But that data, whatever is collected for that particular month, it generates a report that so-and-so people have come late. So batch-wise, it completes the tasks and then give you the needed output. Wherever the batch-wise operations are happening, that kind of things will be different. For example, batch operations, the users are using different places to operate, and then after completing one particular task, then that particular batch details will give the output of that particular batch. That is called operating system, batch operating system. So it prepares the job or program on offline devices like punch cards, submit to computer operator for later processing. We don't process batch-wise, we don't process then and there. We process it at the end, maybe after a particular duration, every month or quarterly or 15 days, like that. The inputs have been taken, and then it is a single user, as what we have at the home. What is that single user operating, single task operating system? We don't have multiple windows, multiple things that were followed. It takes only previously in 1990s and all, that was only single task and single operating system. Their single user will be there, only one window used to open, one window used to work. That was the initial days. Later on, multiple tasks have come. So execution limitations, in this case, there are limitations that won't open the multiple tasks and all. It works only like, for example, the DOS or Palm OS or Windows 95. These all don't have multiple windows, multiple tasks. It only takes up one task at a time and then processes it. Then we have multiple user but multiple tasks. Today, I will keep my mails open. I will keep my web browser open. I will keep my antivirus will be always open. Word processor, document, videos, all those things we run parallelly. So when we are running parallelly, it is nothing but single user, but multitasking operating system, right? Every operating system, it has its own limitations. For example, the limitations for this is lack of interaction of more than one user at a time. And there will be slower response, because what will happen is if I open n number of windows, the processor will become slow and it may not give you the access faster as required. So that is the drawback. Then we multi-user multitasking operating systems. Multi-user multitasking means there in the colleges or in the offices and all, there is one server backend, one will be there. All the data and applications are all feeded into that, and all the systems are connected to that, and the systems will be working on those applications and on those tasks that will be. And here one more advantage of multitasking operating system is each and every application, two people are working on different concepts, and then they want to know each other what is happening. They can connect between them also, and then share the data among themselves. Then we have multiprocessing operating systems. In the very big organizations or when the scientific things are happening, in those cases, multiprocessing operating systems will be taken up. You have multiple CPUs, and multiple CPUs are connected to IOH, and from there, the tasks have been done. So memory, you can see input, output units, IOH, and CPU, all this, they are connected, interconnected among themselves, and then the processes will be done. So here, more important is the network, and that is among themselves only network will be there. But there is always a network problem, because every person is accessing the other computers, and every one computer will be accessing the other computers, and hence there will be a connectivity problem that will come up. Then comes, we have time sharing operating systems. Time sharing operating systems means in certain organizations, in certain types of systems, we cannot use all at once. You cannot log in one after the other. They will open, and then a particular limited of time it will be open and it gets closed. Then the next one will be there. Next one will be there. At a time, one will be shared, and then one process will be taken up. Reliability, question of security and integrity. Because whatever the first you that time, second one will take up, third one will take up, fourth one will take up. And time sharing for multitasking processing time is the multiple users simultaneously. They can use simultaneously. So the operating system enables many people located at various terminals to use particular computer system at the same time. So frequently, and thus creating a feeling that I am only using this. Suppose, for example, railway reservation systems. Everybody will be using in that particular time slot only. They will be using it. After that, it will not work in the reservation counter system. So everybody will be using time sharing in that particular time only. That will be used. Parallelly, they will be using it. Then comes your real-time operating systems. Whatever is the operating systems, multitasking enables real-time and critical applications. Very critical applications will be used on this real-time operating system. You have the resource management, read or write or device drivers. All this is very high-end operating systems. And time sharing and multitasking, you can see what is the time sharing, how time sharing works. See, time sharing means in a particular given time, all the systems will be working. In multitasking, in a given time, different computers, different aspects will be working at a time. We have next one, embedded systems. Embedded system means the CPU will be there. CPU will have the connection to the memory, connection to the software, connection to the add-on devices, connection to everything that is embedded within the system. So embedded means it is included into the system. Everything will be included into the system. Glucometer, thermostats, ventilators, MRI, all these things you can see in the hospitals. Microwaves, washing machines, medical diagnostics, equipment like glucometer, all these things will be there in the embedded systems. Then we have distributed operating systems. In the distributed operating systems, it's not one user, one operating system, one computer will be working. We have the host computers like this. You can see host computers, and all these are communicated among each other, and then that will be connected to one main gateway computer, and then it is sent to the local area networks. So here the host will be there, here also host, but they are distributed so that that operations can be done very easily. So this operating system enables all computers to work in cooperation with each other, and it manages a group of independent computers and makes them appear to be a single computer. All will be working parallelly. Whoever is doing, please stop doing it. Behave like grown-ups. Hello? Clear it? And processes communicate with one another through various communication lines as high-speed buses or telephone lines, etc. So it is called as distributed system. In your telephone lines, your geo systems, all these things work in this manner. Then we have mobile operating systems. We see today a number of mobile operating systems. We have Android operating systems for our phones. Most of our phones are Android operating systems, but there is iPhones which use the iOS, and Windows. Google has launched its smartphones. So Google has Windows Paint, or Samsung has Symbian operating systems, and BlackBerry operating systems, Palm operating systems. Each one has its own operating systems. So they all have different security, different file management systems, and the security operations. Then networking operations. This is the most important concept in the operating system, because each user has to be connected to one server, and from the server, all the agents, all the other users can be connected. Suppose I need to have the administrative panel, agent panel, or department, sales department, finance department. They all will be connected to one server and one database at the end, and they are connected. They are operated from that connect. From one particular thing. That's what is the networking operating system. Then we have the cloud operating systems. Cloud operating systems are nowadays they are working. They can connect the mobile, PC, remote, and server, notebook, anything they can connect, and then they can store the data in the cloud. Right? So, and access is very easy. Previously, we have to go to the bank and then do all the transactions. If I have to give some money to someone, Naresh, we have to give there, and if I have to go to him, pay the money and do. Today, I don't need to do all those things through cloud. It is easy for me to transact the amount, do all the operations of the banking or the other transactions easily. Then Microsoft Windows operating system is user friendly, and it does multitasking, and it is more reliable, more secure, and it has a wonderful data management system. It has wonderful the operating system has POSIX we call, and OS2 operating system 2 is a POIX operating system, in which program written for operating system should be compiled and run on all POIX operating systems. Windows was a multitasking. Of course, all Windows, Microsoft Windows are all multitasking, and they are also multi-user operating systems. Multitasking and multi-user, because in one single system, I can do multiple tasks, and also multiple users can access it from the same terminal at the same time. So the strength is compatibility. Of course, it is very compatible for anyone to use for, and many users can use it at the same time, and whenever you want, you can have update your softwares, etc. Weaknesses for the security reasons, you have to buy the antivirus and then start working on the systems. Then we have Apple Macintosh. Of course, Apple has a lot of security concepts. It is very reliable and very. And the viruses, it does not, almost no virus, zero virus they call for the Apple concepts. This is mostly due to the Windows superior market share. Lot of operating system is very, very strong in case of Apple Macintosh because it is a graphical based operating system being released 1 year before the Microsoft counterpart. And it has a high security and reliability operating system. Then weaknesses is extremely expensive and not very compatible with the other softwares. Then Linux, it is completely used for mathematical and statistical and scientific purposes. And the high end is used for Linus Torvalds, Unix and Minix, we call. All these are the software that are used in the backend. Then we have the comparative analysis of Android, Windows, BlackBerry, iOS. We have the group notifications, each one how they work. It is very clearly mentioned in this data, but not very keen on that. We can go to the second unit, what all questions can come. Discuss various operating systems. I've explained in the yesterday's class what are different operating. Today it was continued. What all operating systems are there? Then applications of special software category and real-time operating systems with example. And Linux, pros and cons of Linux. List of different types of operating systems. Explain differences between Windows and Mac OS. So Windows, Mac OS, you have to compare Apple with the Windows things. This is from here you can get the information. How Windows 10 and then iOS will work, right? So this is about the second unit about the operating systems. Okay. Then let me complete the start the third unit because we have very little time to complete the portion. So limited time is there for us to work on. Then unit 3 is use of computers in education and research. In this unit, we are learning about understanding the e-learning concepts. E-learning is what we are doing now. Somewhere in the remote place, I'm sitting and then teaching you. You are all at different locations and you are all learning the concepts, whatever concepts you are looking for. All those concepts you are able to learn. Define data analysis. Then explain e-classroom, in the library, and Scholar and other tools of research. These are what we are going to learn in this unit, right? So when we look into today, because of maybe in the prior to COVID, we can divide the new generation into two categories. One is the pre-COVID and post-COVID, we can call. And because of the COVID, our learning systems have been changed drastically. We are not remaining in the same classroom teaching methods, sitting in the bench and then looking at the whiteboard and then blackboard and then learning all the concepts. We can learn, there are several tools, several things that have come in the system where we can learn directly online or through the computer platforms, online platforms. So here, the number of educational opportunities, this has increased tremendous opportunities. Today, you can do n number of certifications using the Coursera or Udemy or other online platforms. You can use them and you can learn anything and write the examinations. So here, today we are learning about e-learning and the tools and the tools of e-learning. So what is e-learning? Electronic learning we call. It is a type of learning carried out and facilitated by the electronic gadgets. The gadgets can be in any manner or the tools can be in any manner. For example, if I take the teleconferences or video conferences or visual aids, listening devices, emails, online libraries, video games, all these are nothing but the sources for us to learn and grow. Right. So let us first see what are e-learning tools. E-learning tools are emails. Emails means suppose I can send you the mails. I can send you the information through mails or you can get the information through emails. Maybe this university itself is sending you some notes and the materials for e-learning. So many people are raising hands. Any problem? Not able to hear my voice? Can you hear me now? Hello? Can you hear me now? Is this clear? Oh, sorry then. I'll go back and then tell you what concepts I have explained. Yeah, great. Sorry, really. I should have kept this. Is it okay now? Is it okay? Perfect. I'll go back and then start this unit once again. No worries. So in the third unit, we are learning about the e-learning concepts. E-learning means whatever we are doing now today on the concepts of sitting in the library, sitting in the at our convenient locations from the remote places, we are sitting and learning. That's called e-learning, we call. So through online portals or online video lessons, we are learning. So that is called e-learning. So in this e-learning, what are we doing actually? We are learning the concepts. Today, because of the COVID, we have grown to such extent that it became indispensable for us to use the computers to learn, not only the textbooks and the blackboard and the classroom type of environment. Today, because of the COVID, we were staying back at home, and then still learning has to continue. For that reason, the e-learning concepts have come, and a lot of portals, educational portals have come up so that you can learn at any point of time, whenever you want. From morning till evening, you can work, and at any convenient part of your day, you can sit and start learning. You are nowhere very far from learning environment. So this e-learning concepts has made learning very easy and very comfortable and very flexible for us to learn. Right. So what are the e-learning concepts that have come up in the new generation? Let us see. So we are having a teleconference for e-learning resources. We can call teleconferences or video conferences. Today, I can sit and then attend any of the seminars, international seminars, so that I can understand the new concepts that are happening. You are at your remote places, in your corner, in your homes, or probably in your workplaces, and then you are listening to my lessons. So that is where the e-learning is happening. Visual aids, learning devices, emails, online libraries, video games. So these are the things that are helping us to learn very fast and easily in our daily environment. So what are the e-learning tools? That is email, live chat, online forums, web, then video conference, learning management systems, LMS we call. So each one, I'll give you the details, just a second. So email, we know that whatever is there in my college, all the students have created one mail ID, and whatever notes is there, that notes is posted into the Google Classroom. There is a in the Google, we have a classroom. So in that classroom, we used to post. The assignments are posted, and the students who write the assignments can submit that in the Google Classroom itself. So that what is happening, you're always connected, your assignments have been corrected, and then they are posted back into the same classroom, so that you know what is happening, how the things are, or how to progress yourself. All these things can be done easily. So communicate with students, you can communicate with the parents, students can submit the assignments, can have the attachments, my notes and all. Suppose if we can make than WhatsApp and other things, it is better we have all the email, one email, this thing can be created because the notes is, suppose for example, if I have to send you the notes, each slide, each class notes is around 35 to 40 slides. So 35 to 40 slides means it takes a lot of space on your mobile, and it is not easy for you to learn on the mobile. Instead, if I send you as the mail, it will remain in your mail or in the drive. It is easy for you to open it and then learn. If anybody misses also, if I forget to send the message in the groups also, that will be there in the portal. So through Google Classroom or Google Concepts, it becomes easy for us to learn on the portals, right? Simple but effective, efficient and cost effective. And live chat. So what we are doing is nothing but the live chat. We are sitting at the same time, we are listening, communicating, and understanding the learning. So that is the collaborative learn that is happening. Then there are online forums. Suppose some recordings have been done and the recordings have been posted. You are sitting in the net, your convenient time. Suppose, for example, now 4:30 to 5:30, the time has been given. Probably some of you are not available from 4:30 to 5:30. You are traveling, you are doing it some other place. So if it is recorded and then if it is sent to your places, then it is easy for you to browse and then learn that. So online forums also help us to learn very better. So synchronous discussion forums, teacher can create discussion groups. Teachers could pose the question and request the students to comment on that. Students can post their comments. All these things is possible only through online portals. So e-learning is really making it. Suppose students are unable to ask in the class or unable to talk in the class, unable to, they're having the kind of shyness to say in the class. For all those things, e-learning platforms are really very wonderful to express our views, to learn better. Repeated number of times. Suppose I teach and then leave it, but you have to repeatedly learn that. To learn repeatedly, these e-learning platforms are very helpful because you can sit back and then at your leisure time, you can go through the notes, go through, understand it, come back and then ask the doubts, clear your doubts and work on that. Then that wide range of materials are available. Today, textbooks are there in the PDF forms. You can download them. You can have the video lessons. Every concept is given as a video lesson on the YouTube. You can search on the YouTube videos, or you can narrow down your concepts and then go to still more. If you want to enhance your learning, you can learn on the web, extra knowledge, extra information, whatever is required for you to learn. I hope all of you are able to hear me. Durga Prasad, is it okay? Can you hear me? Satish Suresh Kumar, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me, all of you? Can you hear me? Yeah, okay, that's nice, great. Then we have video conferences. Sometimes see now, it is what I am doing now is one way. I am talking and only all of you have been muted so that you cannot ask, we cannot interact. But suppose if there is an interaction, we have little more time and we can interact. It is an interactive class if it is, then the learning will be more enhanced. And then you can really have the clarity of your doubts. As I'm explaining, you may be getting good number of doubts. All these doubts can be cleared, clarified, and you will have clear understanding of the concepts. So video conferences help. Maybe we are at our locations, at our remote places, but still we can have the video conferences. Nowadays, not only the video conferences, you can have the audio, you can have the chart, you can have the whiteboard, electronic whiteboard, so that everything can be written on the whiteboard. All the problems can be solved on the whiteboards and then explained to you. That is the latest technologies what we are having today. Then we have learning management systems. LMS is the new concept, like the Byju's and other organizations have come in such a way that they are making the stimulations, learning stimulations we call. I teach some few concepts, and then after teaching the concepts, you are giving automatically one question will be generated. It is not from any textbook, not from anything. Some new question will be generated based on the concepts that are already there. So LMS is one where it is really taking almost trying to replace the teacher in the near future. So these platforms are mostly digital, driven by digital platforms, and they are entering in the educational systems because we are most of the part in India, we are learning on all the theory aspects of it. To make it more practical, LMS learning systems will be more helpful for us to know more practical applications of the concepts what we are learning. Then use of computer in the e-learning to replace writing on the chalkboard or whiteboard or overhead, all these things, it will be replacing it. Now, the PPT presentations, I don't need to use a blackboard, or I don't need to write on the board and then explain you all. All those content can be written on the presentations, or the whiteboard, electronic whiteboard will be there. On that, I can write digital whiteboards, we can call. So on the digital boards, if I write, all that will come like a print only, or it is understood very easily. Then PowerPoint presentations or course web pages, internet, online discussion forums, student created web pages, class email. I just told you class emails. So we can have the one email portal. I mean, Google mail ID. Suppose I say computer applications become first year. So if I make one email ID of computer applications become first year, then all of you will be there in that, and all the lessons what I'm teaching, all the notes what I'm teaching can be sent in the Google Classroom, so that you can all log into that and then read that. I will know whoever has logged in, whoever has read it, whoever has understood. And if you have any doubts, then and there you can write your name, and then you can give ask for the questions or get your queries answered. Then we have replace the writing of the chalkboard and student. Then PowerPoint, all these concepts I have cleared, internet, etc. Now, e-classroom. What are the things e-classroom? Whatever now we are seeing is the e-classroom. So in the e-classroom, learning will be boosted. Most of the content, see whatever content, suppose I have to do in a particular unit, three concepts are there in a particular set, three units are there. 3 units I have to complete in just 2 days or 3 days. It's not easy to do it. But only because of the e-platforms, it becomes easy. All the content I can put into the PowerPoint presentation and then consolidate and then explain you in a much easier way than compared to the classroom environment. You too don't have the time, because the lack of time only you have taken for this online courses. So you will get all the information so that you can write your exams and get your certifications. So Moodle, these are the tools, new tools that are there for having the e-learn platforms. Learn Boost, Moodle, Class Dojo, Kako, Pixton, VoiceThread, Socrative, Engrade, Top Hat, Trello, Kahoot, and Read White Thing. So these are the few tools that are available, 12 tools that are available for us to operate like a PowerPoint presentation. These softwares are there for which helps us to learn on the e-learn platforms. Now, apart from learning concepts, what are the tools that are there? There are libraries also, e-libraries. So you can, whatever information you want to gather in the PDF formats or the text formats or video formats, sometimes we need to see to understand the concepts. So for all those things, there is an e-library. E-library has the articles, magazines, books, papers, images, sound files, videos, everything will be there in the e-libraries. This helps us to learn more easily the concepts. Whatever we want, we can search on that. Of course, Google is the best one for all of us. Anything you want, Google has all kinds of information. Apart from that, if you want anything in specific also, those things, those e-libraries will provide you all the needed information for us to learn across the globe. Not only the things that are there only with the particular library. Suppose, for example, we are connected to Ambedkar University. So from only the books that are available in the Ambedkar University, it's not necessary. You can access across the world all the kinds of books that are available on the online portal. So electronic distribution of intellectual and artistic property has authors, agents, publishers concerned about the possibility copyright infringement. Of course, there is a copyright issue, but still those things they take care of. And you can always access all those papers, books, images, everything in the PDF format. I have downloaded almost 15 to 20 books, management books from e-portals or e-libraries. You can always do that. Then we have Features of digital libraries or the digital phase of traditional libraries that includes both digital collections and traditional fixed media collections. So they can encompass both electronic and paper materials. Both will be there in the digital libraries. Most of the time, because we cannot go, you have to go there, sit there and then learn. All that is not possible. Time constraint is there for all of us nowadays. So it is easy that I can sit at my place in my convenient time. I can open that and then read the content, whatever is required. There is also the libraries, however, such traditional processes, though forming the basis digital library work, will have to be revised and enhanced to accommodate the differences between the new digital media and the traditional fixed media. So it becomes very easy for we can cross the physical boundaries and then administrative bounds. If I'm the member of the e-library, it is easy for me to access any kind of PDF formats. Then data analysis. Next concept is the data analysis. Data analysis is one where whatever data that is coming in. Suppose, for example, the Ambedkar University, the number of students that are there. Each year, thousands of students will be joining into different courses. N number of courses are there. So in all those courses, how many people are joining? What kind of people are joining? How much background of the people are joining? What are their pass percentage? How many are really attending the classes and learning and passing? So all kinds of information, anything is the data that is generated. And this data, what is generated, is not easy. It has to be processed, it has to be cleaned, it has to be profiled and then analyzed, so that what is the future prospects of Ambedkar University? How many more people can join in the next academic year or 5 years down the lane? Or suppose, for example, Amazon market, how many more customers can come? Which market can we target more? What kind of product will be sold in what market? All this is nothing but the data that is generated. So this data, whatever data that is accumulated, has to be cleaned. First of all, we need to check whether the reliability of the data that we are collecting. I'm collecting, suppose, for example, Amazon want to launch the new product. Let us think that Nestle, Kellogg's wants to launch the new product. They want to enter into a new market where no one has used the Kellogg's before. So they want to enter that market and want to see what is the potential market there, how many customers will be buying that particular product. So what do? They do the market research. When they are doing the market research, they are collecting the data: age, group, sex, then children, old age people, educational qualification, job roles, every data that is possible they are collecting. Now, while collecting the data, there may be some errors that has generated. Errors means incorrect data or inappropriate data. When I say head of the family, they write some old name, sometimes a young person name, sometimes no name. So all these things are that can become incorrect data. So incorrect data, we have to clean it and then transform it and then model that so that we can take the proper solutions for those particular data. Now, for data analysis, what are the things that are we need for why we are doing data analysis? First of all, we need to define our questions. Why we are doing data analysis, for what purpose we are doing the data analysis, what is the outcome of the data analysis? Those things we have to make it clear while doing the data analysis. Set clear measurement priorities. Why I'm doing, what is that I'm getting out of this data analysis? Then go and collect the data, then analyze the data, then interpret the data. Let's see what we will be doing in each of them. Then first of all, you have to define the questions. What questions will you define? What, is it measurable? How do you measure the data? Measuring the data is nothing but what is to what extent I wanted, how much I collected, is it appropriate, what is the benchmark for that? Am I collecting appropriate data or not appropriate? How much clarity it is, how much precise and concise the data we have. All this is nothing but the measurements. Design your questions to either qualify or disqualify the potential solutions to your specific problem or opportunity. For example, start with a clearly defined problem. A government contractor is experiencing rising costs and is no longer able to submit competitive contract proposals. One of my questions to solve this business problem might include, can the company reduce its staff without compromising its quality? If we reduce the number of employees, then if the staff is reduced, does it compromise the quality or not? How the employees will become, if you can say that the employees will have more workload and they may give up on doing the proper job, or because their perks are more, so they may work better. So you can give the solutions whatever you feel like based on the question. Then set clear measurement priorities. When we are doing it, we have to define exactly what question we are solving it, then decide what to measure, how to measure it, what kind of framework we have to measure. So all these things we should be defining before only. How much cost is coming? How much investment do I have to put? Everything has to be kept in the definition. Then collect the data. From where do you collect the data? You need to collect the data from the reliable sources, from the existing databases, from the existing sources you can collect the data, or go ahead and then collect the data from some other places also. But you should make sure that it is a standalone data and it is reliable and valid data what you are collecting it. Then if you need to gather the data by observation or interviews, then develop the interview template ahead of time to ensure the consistency and save time. Suppose I want to do, I have to go and then collect all students' data, all you people, how much are you learning, how you are learning, what are you learning, what are the outcomes of your learning. If I want to do all that, I should prepare the questionnaire, the template I have to prepare prior hand, and then start going and collecting the data so that it will be easy before your exams. If I do time frame, how much time frame I have to keep, what time frame I have to complete it. If I do after 2 years after you are learning, there is no use. So whatever I have to do now itself when you are learning, if I do it, then it will be easy for you for doing the proper data analysis. Then analyze the data. Whatever data we have analyzed, it should help us in decision making. So analyzing the data is not enough. We have to calculate all the statistical tools we have to apply on the data and then get my hypothesis. That means I have made some assumption that, simple example I'll take, I want to get the data of the students who are attending the class today. So I will put the questions, I will talk to you people, I will get all the information. Are you understanding? How much did you understand? What is the level of understanding? What more you are expecting? What kind of takeaways you are having? How much can you reproduce? All this data, if I collect, then it will help me to understand so that I can make my presentation more better tomorrow. So analyzing the data will not only just collect the data, but we have to do all statistical applications. Statistical applications like mean, maximum, median, mode, all these things we do. Apart from that, we have to have my hypothesis, my assumption, what I kept, that whatever I'm delivering, that is an exactly good data and you are understanding it. That is what is my expectation. So if it is reaching my expectation, then it is well and good. If it is not reaching my expectation, then I can improve and make a better class tomorrow, right? That's how the data will be done. Then interpreting the results. So data answer your original question. Did it answer? In what manner? How? We have to answer that. Then does the data help you to define, you defined against any objections? Is it satisfied, or does it have, probably some of you could not log in, some of you did not learn, some of you has a network issue, some of you could not, or I might have got the network issues, you could not understand it. So all these things can be analyzed and then proper conclusions can be derived. Are there any limitations on your conclusions? Any angles you haven't been considered. Probably sometimes I thought that it is reaching you all. And when I'm teaching in the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I thought it is reaching you all, but it is not reaching. Then we have to take into consideration all those things. Then data analysis with SPSS. This is the tool what we use in our day-to-day lives. I mean, for the high-end statistical applications, the SPSS we call Statistical Package for Social Science. This is developed by IBM, and it has a lot of statistical tools which can be applied, and separate software it is. People have to learn individually all these tools to analyze the data. We have next one, data analysis with R. Today, it is an open source platform, whereas the SPSS is not open source. You have to buy the SPSS software. Whereas R tool, we can happily learn. Online videos are there, or portals are there, or the teachers are there to help you understand data analysis through R platform, R programming. So we can import the data, we can do data visualization, we can do all statistical analysis, and machine learning concepts also we can do through R. So this is one kind of data visualization, what you can do through R programming. Then statistics part, each R can do practical data science. There is a book called Bharti Motwani has written a book on R. It's beautiful. All concepts of R are there in that book, from small, simple, first from the beginner to the executive level. Everybody can use that in a much better way. So R has the reporting tools, etc. Now the last concept of this third unit is the Google Scholar. Google Scholar is one where we can log into the Google Scholar. I will give you in the next class how to log into Google Scholar. That steps I will give you either as a mail or I will send to the university people, so that all the notes can be posted into your WhatsApp groups. So Google Scholar, it is the web search engine that specifically searches scholarly literature. You can log in, and then you can browse for whatever information you are looking for. And this is really for the research people. This has immense data that you can access on. So the steps to enter into the Google Scholar concept is you need a Google account first of all. You may have to have the Gmail account. For sign into your Gmail account, then open Google Scholar.com, scholar.google.com, and here you have to fill in all the Google Scholar forms are being given. The next step, and from here from there you can start finding your articles. You can write the articles and post in that group, or if you want to retrieve any scholarly articles, that also you can do through the Google Scholar. So the next step will help you to find your articles. Your name will automatically be written in the author field, and click on the search engine article groups. If you are uploading on the Google Scholar, any article you are writing and uploading it, definitely your name will be there, and then you can search your name on the Google Scholar. Right. So next step is to profile the update page, and then you can post your listing. Your articles, automatic update and the list of articles in my profile. Check. So Google able to automatically update your articles. It does all those things. Like this, it looks. If you start writing the articles on the Google Scholar, then it is recommended that regular visit of your profile and keep it updated. Google Scholar search tips, and then get most of the Google Scholar with some helpful tips on the searches, email alerts, citation, export, and more. So of course, these all will be helpful when you are looking to publish the papers or to write articles and then put it on pages. So then it will be automatically be uploaded, and then it will highlight if you are posting there in the Google Scholar. So locating full text articles, you can find the full text articles also. All research articles can be found in the Google Scholar portal. Now for model examination questions, you have discussed the features of e-classroom. We have done that. in the beginning. Then explain the tools of the e-library. All the tools I have explained you. Then what is Google Scholar? Google Scholar concepts also are given to you. How to log in, how to do that. All steps again separately I'll put it so that stepwise if you work on it, it will be easy. Then data analysis, SPSS software and explain R. This is what we have for the syllabus second up to the first block, first concepts. Then from the second unit onwards, it is very simple and easy. 1 second, I'll open the second unit. Can you see the can you see the screen? Hello? Can you see the screen? Yeah, okay. Sir, can I continue up to 6 p.m. or shall I stop at 5:30? Sir? Can I take up to 6? Continue? Okay, thank you so much. Because little more is there. I'll finish off. So input output technologies. Now in the up to third unit, we have learned basics of computers, how computers will work, what are the components of the computers, etc. Now actually we are entering into the second block. The second block, in which second block is what are the computer accessories, and then what type of technologies that will help us to operate the computers very clearly we can understand. So input output technologies. In this, we are only learning about the input output technologies. So define the input output devices, understand various input output devices, describe various display technologies, explain CRT, LCD and LED, plasma panel. All these things we are listening, all these names, right? So all those things we will be learning in this unit. Quickly, let me explain you all of them. So input output devices, your mouse, your keyboard, your monitor, or all these are nothing but the input output devices we have. So keyboard, mouse, joystick, digital camera, scanners, light pen, touch screen, touch bar, etc. All these are nothing but the input devices, or the monitors, printers, plotters, screens. All these things are nothing but the output devices, and digital displays also. Each one let us learn very clearly. So what are the input devices? From the user, whatever you want for the system to understand, process, and give the output, how you are giving the information, what device is helping us to make the system understand, that is called the input device. So this is one of the computer hardware device to collect the data from the user. If I want to type something, if I want to give some instructions to the system, all that information will be used through input device. For example, if I have a mouse, if I have a keyboard, if I have a mouse pad, so all these things are nothing but the input devices, joystick. So all those things are the input devices. When the user of the computer types data, it will be stored in the input buffer, and then it is processed. So the operating system places the data into the free slots in the memory. This RAM memory is the short-term memory. It just quickly does and then leaves. Now, computer keyboard. First one is the keyboards. If you can see the types of keyboards, there are a number of types of keyboards are there. This is Apple Macintosh keyboard, and this is the multimedia keyboard. All the multimedia operations will be there on this. This is the gaming keyboard. You can see all the types of things that are there on the gaming keyboard. And this is on screen. Suppose if you have a touch screen, that screen itself, you will have the, suppose for example, if you have the notepad, if you have the Samsung notepad, all those things. If you have, and that there is no separate keyboard. On the screen itself, the keyboard will be there. So on screen keyboard we call. So these are the types of keyboards what we are having. So a computer keyboard can be connected to a computer through the cable or wireless connection. You can have the wireless keyboards or wired keyboards, Bluetooth keyboards, all these things will be there. Every keyboard has a similar layout, but the keyboards have, we call the type of things, alphabets that are given on the keyboard is not directly, if you can see here in this one. See, the keyboard is not A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. It's not written in that manner. It is called QWERTY keyboard. QWERTY keyboard is one what is being developed, QWERTY keyboard, which is named after a sequence of 6 letters from the top to left. So this is globally accepted, and the keyboard has, remember these 4 points. There are 4 different types of keyboards. Originally, 84 keys. I hope all of you can see 84 keys at keyboard, which also 84 keys, enhanced 101 keys, multimedia keyboard, 110 keys. And this QWERTY keyboard is accepted globally. It is accepted globally, this part. Then Apple Macintosh keyboard, also called as ADB keyboard, and it connects the Apple desktops. And it is only for the Apple this thing. Multimedia keyboards, you can have the volume, brightness, video controls, etc. Gaming keyboard contains all the programmable keys for you to play. Then wireless keyboards, definitely you know wireless keyboards. We prefer to have the wireless keyboards now so that we can operate from anywhere, sitting anywhere in the place. Then on-screen keyboards. Generally, keyboards will look like this. You have a space bar, you have the letters, alt keys. This is function key. Then Windows control key, shift, all alphabets will be there, caps lock. Once you press this, all caps lock will be there, tab key, then number keys will be here. And shifting, you will have all the other keys that is available. Then function keys will be here, print screen. You can print whatever on the screen that is there. You can print that. Delete key, insert key, break key, home key, everything will be here, so that from the keyboard, you can give the information, whatever inputs you want to give to the system, that can be given through this, right? Then we have mouse, a cute one mouse, which is very, very easy to operate. Instead of keyboards, I can take the mouse, take the cursor wherever I want, and then I can access from wherever it is possible. So the types of mouses are like this. Wireless mouse, this small pin is there, this pin is connected to the system, and this is wireless. There is no connection between. The mouse, you can keep it anywhere, you can start moving it, and then it will take the cursor wherever you want. Optical mouse, it looks like this. Then you have trackball mouse. It has the trackball. It right click, left click, all that it will do it. Then G sticks we call. This is one more. Then mechanical mouse. This is one more we have. So these are the types of mouses, and you know how mouse will work. So the mouse is a small pointing device which moves on the flat surface. It is called mouse because its shape is like a mouse with 2 eyes, that is mouth and the tail. So we call it as a mouse. There are trackball mouse, mechanical mouse, all those things are there. I just showed you. And next one is the stylus. Nowadays, that pen type will come. Pen does not have the refill or a marker or anything. It just is a one tool through which you can just write on the screens, digital screens. So you can sign, you can write, you can draw, you can do anything. That's called the stylus pen. And this is a small pen-shaped instrument that is used to give the input commands to a computer screen or mobile device or graphics tablet. It is just like a touch bar on the screen, right? It looks like this stylus. Then we have the joysticks. I hope all of you know these joysticks because through joysticks only you will be playing the video games. Of course, nowadays, because of the mobile thing, you can do everything, right click, left click, all those things you can do. But joysticks is one what you can use them. So this is mainly for the gaming. Different games have different types of joysticks, right? Then we have microphones. Now what I'm using is the microphone. So speakers, you can have like this or like this, different types of speakers. All these are connected external devices that can be connected to the system, and that gives the input to the sound waves inputs to the systems. Then we have digital cameras. The digital cameras here, webcam will be there. So webcam, digital cameras, LED cameras. I just took this one, but this is not the exact one. You can have the digital cameras, your webcam and all will be there. Then we have scanners. Scanners also. Suppose I have a document with me. I want my document to be digitalized, and then the physical copy. I want it to be as a digital copy. So what I do, I scan and then give that as an input to the system. That is like image, it will go into the system. So scanner, we will have the scanner, this type of scanner. We have optical character reader. So that is called OCR reader, we can call. That is the software, OMR reader or OCR reader. So these things will scan the data and then converts the physical thing into the image format and then stores in the system. So converting the hard copy of your document into the electronic or digital form of storage. Reading passports or security screenings or creating computer model or 3D printing, biometric devices. If you put this thing in the scanner, your biometric, your finger lines can be scanned and then it will be stored into the system. Then we have the touch screens. Touch screens are, suppose for example, my system is a touch screen. So I can put like this, I can use the fingers and then increase the size or decrease the size, type, do anything. That is called the touch screen concept. So captive touch screen, resistive touch screens, infrared touch screens, smartphone, tablets, touch screen. All our smartphones are touch screens only. You can just increase, decrease, or operate front, back, top, bottom. All those things you can do with the touch screens only. All our smartphones are nothing but the touch screens, right? This is how it looks, the touch screens. Then we have the barcode reader. I hope all of you know barcode reader. If you go to the malls and all, the barcode that is there on each of the apparel or anything, whatever you are purchasing, the barcode that is read by small instrument. This kind of instrument, you might have seen this kind of instrument. So it reads the bar and then it gives the information, whatever in the bar, all the lines, each line tells something. So all that lines part information will be given by the this instrument to the system, so that it checks for the price, it checks for the size or quantity, quality, all those things it checks and then gives the information to the system through barcode. Then we have the QR code. QR code also, most of you might have seen. The QR, I hope all of you know how QR looks. So QR code reader, you can pay through your GPay. Nowadays, all of us are paying the money through GPay, QR code. So you don't need to carry money. You scan it and then give the money. So applications are packaging, promotional, and materials and warehouses. Then we have graphic tablet. Tabs. Nowadays tabs have come small devices without any attachments to that. On the screen will be there. On the screen only you have the keyboard. On the screen only you have touch screen. Everything will be there on the same this thing. So that is called the graphic tablet. Then we have, this is how it looks. If you want, you can connect it to this thing, or otherwise on this only you can work on that. That is a graphic tab. Then we have webcam, touchpad, and interactive dashboards. So webcam, for all systems, we have a small camera attached to that, built-in camera. So that is nothing but the webcam. It is helpful for us to do all real-time videos, images, all those things can be done through the webcams. Touchpad, of course, our mouse system, all your laptops and other things. You don't need to have separate keyboard. The touchpad mouse will be there on the system itself. Then interactive whiteboard, your whiteboard, here also we have on the Zoom is providing the whiteboard, interactive whiteboard. So on the whiteboard, if I take the whiteboard and then write on the whiteboard, that is visible to you as a whiteboard only. On the whiteboard, I write with the stylus, so that it will be not with the normal pen. I can write with the stylus. Then OMR, optical mark reading or optical mark recognition. This is whatever I'm writing with that pencil, it reads as a pen mark and then it works on it. So these are the devices. Optical, this is whiteboard, this is webcam, this is touchpad, and this is OMR. Then we have OCR. OCR is optical character recognition. This is one type of torch type of pen where if you run on the line, on the text part of it, it recognizes and it understands each and every line and stores every line into the system. Suppose I have a book and then some 300 or 500 pages book. I want to have 2-3 pages of information. So what I need to do is I cannot scan that because that is a 500 pages thick book. So it is not easy for me to take it to the Xerox shop and then scan it and then use it. Instead, if I have the optical character recognition type of device, I can just run through each and every line and then all that lines get stored into the system. So that's how it works. Right. Next one is the MICR. If you see in your magnetic ink character recognition, so this is also one where this is with this MICR code only, your bank checks and all will be checked. Transactions can be made. So MICR is very, very helpful to understand special ink characters. When a document that contains this ink needs to be read, it passes through a machine which magnetizes the ink and then translate the magnetic information into characters. So that is called MICR, magnetic ink character recognition. Then output devices. Output devices are your monitors, your screens, your printers, or display screens. All these things are the output devices. Let's see what are the output devices. This is the monitor. Nowadays, the monitors have come into very, very display systems are extremely wonderful. The screen resolutions are really very good. So that is VGA, USB port, display port, Thunderbolt, all these things have come, HDMI ports and all. So there are printers. The types of printers are impact printer and non-impact printers. So in the impact printers, we have character printer and line printer. In that, daisy wheel printer, those are the very old ones. Dot matrix printers, probably you might have seen in the banks and the other places, prior to 2000, no, you can say up to 2010 also, these dot matrix printers were there. Later on, they started using the normal printers, inkjet printers or laser printers. Prior to that, it is only dot matrix, ring, 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 and then it starts printing. Right? That kind of ones are the dot matrix printers. Means I'll explain you about each one. Then line printers, drum printer and chain printer we call, non-impact printers. Then laser printer, inkjet printer and thermal printer. A few of them let's see. So impact printers, an impact printer makes contact with the paper and it prints image by pressing an inked ribbon against the paper using a hammer or pin. Like typing thing, it takes place like dot matrix printer. It types one after the other character. So when you see in the railway reservation systems, still dot matrix printers are only there in the railway reservation systems. They don't use the what do you call laser or inkjet printers. They use the dot matrix printers only. So the following are the impact printers. Dot matrix printer. This uses the print heads containing 9 to 24 pins, and these pins produce patterns of dots on the paper to form the individual characters. So this is about the dot matrix printers. Then line printer in office or business where enormous amount of material are printed. Then the character, one character at a time. It is not key. The whole thing has to be given at a time. One after the other you want to give. In such cases, line printers will be used. And band printers also, I'll show you what are the printers. So this is dot matrix printer. You can see very clearly how dot matrix printer, the lines, each line will be printed. And here also lines, one after the other, the lines will be printed. And this is the band printer. In some of the places they use this band printer. And this is the inkjet printer, laser printer. Yeah, this is the laser printer and this is the inkjet printer. Behind that, all the ink bottles will be kept and then ink will be supplied. So then you will get this kind of outputs. Whereas laser printers, they have laser powder will be there, and through powder you get the laser printer, right? Different types of printers. Then projectors. A projector is an optical device used to project the images. Nowadays, in the colleges or in several places, projectors are placed. Projectors will help us to display the data, whatever data we have in the system. That data can be displayed very easily, very clearly. So project images or videos or presentations or text in any surface. There are so many ways to use a projector. However, we have to be aware that there are different types of projectors. First one is the portable projectors. We nowadays in everywhere in the colleges, in the universities, everywhere portable projectors are being used. Then for films and all, they use the large venue projectors. Screens, big screens are there. Then they use the large projectors. Home cinema projectors. So at home also you can have small projector, mini projector, which you can focus it to the wall and then you can have the display. Then LCD projector, LED projector, and laser projectors. These are the different types of projectors we have. Then we have the scanners. I just told you in the beginning, scanners. Sorry, speakers. Scanners is done, no? So speakers. So speakers are the output ones, whatever audio output you want to have. So you will have this thing, and then that microphones. So speakers or the woofers we call, those will be giving the speaker is a hardware device that connects the computer to generate the sound. It generates the sound and then gives you the output of the sound. There are different types of subwoofers, that is 2.1 channel speakers, 5.1 channel speakers, 7.1 channel speakers, wireless speakers, and surround sound speakers. These are the speakers what we are having. Then we have the headphones. All of us use the headphones. You know, all of you how the headphones will be. Then we have film project recorders. You can have the film recorders. They look like this. These are the speakers, microphones, headphones, and film projectors, right? We have display technologies. Last concept is the display technology. So in the display technology, we have cathode ray tube, liquid crystal display, light emitting diode, high definition LED, organic LED, and ultra high definition LED. So these are the technologies that are used in your monitors, especially. Initially, it was cathode ray tube, but later on, liquid crystal displays, LCD TVs. We have LCD TVs, LCD monitors, or LED monitors, HD monitors, etc. So cathode ray tube, it looks like this cathode ray tube. This is the cathode ray tube. It has all these features. You can see, like prior to very, very old computers have this cathode ray tubes. Then pins, base, all the heater, the emissions, the signals will go like this, and then gives the signals to the as output. So it is, of course, pros and cons. It is cheaper, flexible resolutions, then can display very dark and highest contrast, reliable, then color, graphics, scale, accuracy, less sharpness, interface effect. So all those, some pros and cons are there for the cathode ray, this thing. But later on, when it came to LCD, liquid crystal display, then when we have this liquid crystal display, it became very, very, the pictures are very, very precise, very clear and sharp, so that we can see the images in a much better way. So there are several layers for this LCD technology, and these several layers, liquid crystal material between them. These are the polarized glasses, and the polarized glass will contain the liquid crystal material, And between them, the rays are passed so that you get your picture or the image crystal clear. Then we have LCD technology. LCD technology is the same. Just now I told you, like this, this is the LCD technology. Then we have pros and cons. More brightness, sharpness is there, no geometric distortions. In the end, the image is not distorted. It is very, very clear and crisp. So very less emission of heat, less power consumption and occupy less space, and viewing angle is very, very better. So this is about the liquid crystal LCDs. Then LED, later on, till 2010 or something like that, LCDs were more common in the market. Then we had the LEDs now. LED means we have liquid electrodiode. So these are still more crisp in the clarity, in the image processing, etc. The pixel comprises of 3 colors, red, green, and blue. By using different combinations, adjusting intensities, we can get about 16.7 million different colors can be produced through LEDs. So LEDs have normal cold cathode fluorescent light, that is black light, which uses the light emitting diodes, we call light emitting diodes, to save power consumption and producing thinner television screens. So nowadays, your television screens, your monitors and all are extremely thin and extremely light. Prior, if you remember good old days, we have big televisions because of the cathode rays. Then slowly it became to LCDs. Now, beyond that, now if you see, all the televisions are very, very thin, and your monitors are also very thin. Even the desktops are very big and very thick. Today, we have very thin monitors because of the LED display screens. This is how the LED liquid crystal display looks, and LCDs. Now your smart televisions are OLED, we can call LED screens have very thin layer of organic compound, and we call organic LEDs, we can call them. So smart televisions use HD high definition LEDs they use, so that you can have the very crystal clear images and pictures. This is how it looks. See, each and every light is precisely understood precisely for capture, right, through LEDs. Then pros and cons, of course, there are some, everywhere pros and cons will be there. Improve immersion, enhance the sense of depth. If you see this, how much depth is there in this picture? Every line, every image is very, very clearly displayed. Wider field view, better contrast, then wider effective viewing angle. All those things will be there with the crystal clear LED technology, right? So this has completed with this. I could try to complete all 4 units to you all in 2 days. If you have still more doubts, you can ask me. I can clear your doubts. We have few more minutes to work on. Yeah, I have given the important questions. I'll send you the questions in the PPTs. So after each chapter, model questions that can be asked when the examinations are given. I will be sending you the presentations, what I prepared, along with the pictures, so that it will be easy for you to prepare and write for the examinations. Okay. Notes today, I will be sending the notes to the university people. They can once check and then post in your WhatsApp groups or send the email to you all. Okay. I cannot add. I think you are given some links are here given here. You can join the groups and then ask for that. WhatsApp group is created here, and you can join the WhatsApp groups. Any doubts you have, please ask me here so that I can help you to understand the concepts. Start reading. I think material content is been given to you. So please go through that. You can understand it better. I have covered whatever is there in the content, a little information here and there with the images, so that it will be easy to understand and then reproduce the answers. Still, precisely, if you feel, I can make it and then give you. But once you... So, is it okay? Shall I log out? Any more doubts you have? 22 messages. Okay. Yes, ma'am. When will be the exams? Mostly because some more classes are there. No, once the classes are done, then you can. Definitely, you will get the PPTs and the important questions. Today, I will be posting to them, university people. They will post in your respective groups. Next class details I too don't have yet, dear. Will come to know in a day or two. Okay then. Have nice time. Enjoy your weekend. Okay. Do well, but start reading. All the information, lot of content is there. Terminology is new. So, yeah, Shiva Krishna, I understand. So start learning. Okay. The more you read once, then only you will be able to follow and understand. Take care. Good luck. Portion has 12 units, dear Priyanka. So 12 out of the 12 units, I could do 4 units in 2 days, because the half an hour extra yesterday and half an hour extra today I have taken, so that I can complete everything in time. In the next 4 classes, we will be trying to complete all the units. Okay. Take care.